Hey there! I'm Roscoe the raccoon, and this is the Campfire Series by North Dakota State Parks. Come explore with me!
This week we're going to be talking about the basics of identifying plants. So behind us we have all sorts of different types of plants, but how do we know which one is which? Let's come and take a look. So whether it is a tree or a forb or a grass, we need to look at the leaves and how they're placed. So this one happens to be a chokecherry, and if you look, it has alternate branching instead of opposite branching. So on our other side over here, we have an ash tree who is opposite. So opposite meaning that they come out of the stem opposing from each other. Alternate was left, right, left, right. This ash tree also is compound, meaning there are multiple leaflets that come off of one leaf. So this right here would be one leaf. And then each one of these would be a leaflet. Whereas our cherry only had one leaf. Looking at this wild bergamot, it would be opposite. This stem is also square, so when you are identifying your flowers, make sure that you take a note of what the shape of the stem is. Compared to this goldenrod. So the goldenrod is alternate, and it's also a round stem. Some other things to note are looking at the edges of the leaf. So this leaf is actually serrate, so meaning it has little teeth, where others are smooth. So looking at this wild licorice, it's a compound leaf that is pinnate because it's got a central pin, and the leaflets are smooth, not serrate. So a lot of people go by the common adage of leaves of three, let it be. But not all leaves of three are bad for you. So come take a look at this one. And some of you might have already realized what it is. Obviously, if I'm touching it, it's not hazardous. Okay, but this is a wild raspberry. If you look, it is leaves of three, but there's also really fine hair-like needles on it. If you were talking about a black raspberry, they'd have bigger thorns on it, where these are more hair-like. Despite their size, they still have all the flavor of a regular raspberry you'd buy in the store, just in a smaller package. You should be aware that when you are in state parks, the collection of any plants or natural materials in the parks is prohibited. So if you are out foraging for these delicious little berries, please do so in a place where you are allowed to, and do so responsibly. Meaning if you are going out here, please don't pick every berry, because a lot of our wildlife still depends on that as well. I do like my plants. They don't run away, they're easy to identify. So, like, you get time, right? And you get to take good pictures usually, so that's what's fun about plants. When we are looking at identifying plants and our compound leaves, instead of just pinnately compounds, we also have palmately compounds. So if you look at your palm and your fingers come out of your palm, that is palmately compound. So this Virginia creeper here is palmately compound. It has 5 leaves that come out of a central. This is also a vine, an ivy, that grows across the ground and up trees and all over different things. So you can keep an eye out for that one. This one has look-alike berries to a favorite of others, which is right next to it, and this is wild grape. So wild grape has big serrated parts to it, and it also has some leaves being lobed. So a lobe is where the leaf cuts in and back out again. And they have purple berries that the birds very much so enjoy, but so do Virginia creepers. So you have to be very, very careful of overlapping with those two species as well. Identifying plants often is like solving a puzzle. Putting the pieces together to answer the clues as to what plant you might have. Every little piece counts.
Wasn't that fun? I can't wait for our next adventure. Until then, you know where to find me.